Hello and welcome to United Racing League Season 2 Round 5 Silverstone. This will be a very interesting race today. We have some drivers that we didn't have last week. Silverstone probably want to be being one of the best tracks on the F1 calendar, one of the most interesting, one of the best. It always brings a very interesting race. Who came out first there? A lot of people coming out now. And it was the Williams of URL Wazaka 11. Zaka is the first person to come out on track, so we will watch his on-board lap. And it's just a train of cars going through maggots and baggots. It's basically like a DRS train going through maggots and baggots. But Zaka's got cleaner. He's got time to set his lap, he's got time to slow down. He's going straight forward. He comes to start his lap. GL5 sector 3. It's underway. Zaka comes through to turn 2, or the turn 3. It's a good exit. Joe Lorano getting right out of the way, so the Williams can take his line. Fair enough. And he's entering maggots and baggots now. Starting a sector 3 time now. We're into the latter stages of the lap. He comes across the line as a 124.7, obviously P1. Next person to come across the line is going to be VFL Pogorak. And Danny sets a 24.3, and Times sets a 124.2. Go on board with the other Williams of King. He's going to come across the line. I think he invalidated his lap. So Davey is in a Racing Point sandwich. He is on a lap. Pickle Wreck is on a lap in P9. Hasn't set a lap yet. It's coming round to the end of his lap. Takes the curb. Nice and smoothly. You cross the line. And it's P4 24.5 for the Red Bull driver. He set a good time there, solid time for his first lap. We'll go on board with the other Red Bull of Bass. He's going to the end of his lap 2. Has a little lock-up which affects the way it comes in to the corner. But it's a 24.5. He's not that far of his teammate. I think if he didn't lock up, he would have overtaken his teammate. We'll go on board with go on board with the McLaren of Luke. That is what notice came into the pits. So we'll go on board with the Williams of King, who's on his lap, starting his sector 2 time. Going through Magus and Beckett now. I don't avoid the grass there. He's 2 times up on his time, so he is up. The Williams driver will be looking to make an impression into the pits. We have Nathan. We have Evil Chris in P16 in the Renault. He got on the podium last week at Austria. It was a very good drive from him. Good quality from him too. Zaka gets well out of the way for him. As it comes into the last few corners of his lap. He comes into the pits. So Olaf is on a lap in P11 for the Mercedes. He should start at his sector 3 time. Over the last few corners. Will he do his lap or will he come into the pits? So he stays on, so he is going to use that. He doesn't hit the curb. And it's going to be a 25.6. It's P9 for the Mercedes driver. He overtakes the Williams. We have Brick FN and P15. Who drove really well last week, who was leading the race for a long bit of the race. For a big bit of the race, sorry. This is nice. What we said comes across the line. It's a 24.8, which is P8. Not a bad lap from the Haas driver. Have me and Miguel. He's just starting his lap, so we'll go on board with me and Miguel for his lap. He's in P12 right now. Maybe go is just sector 2 time. Just entered 2 time. Entering magazine back outside the Alfa Romeo driver. Wants to set a decent enough time. He had that massive upset last week. He was doing so well. And obviously that massive crash which sent him into the wall. Audi just about stayed out of and won the race in the end. And he goes P4, and that's a brilliant lap. That is a brilliant lap. Now P5 is Davey in the Ferrari set 24-1. Go on board with Luke in P17 for the McLaren. We want to set a good lap here. So we're going into the 5-minute left mark of qualifying here. He locks up. So you're going to affect this time. It's not going to be quite the pace. It's P14. It's a 26-1. We're going forward with the man beneath him in the timing charts. King in the Williams will want him to set a good lap here. Probably one of his last laps of the qualifying session. He goes into the pits. So he will be opting to set another lap then. Evil Chris is just exiting Max and Beckett's about to start a sector 3 time. Coming into the latter stages of his lap. We're basically at the end now. What's he gonna set? 24-3, another brilliant lap from the random driver. Go on board with VFL, Oski, Pogo, Rack. He's abandoning his lap, I think he... Go on board with Little Joe, who is starting Maggots and Backets. Oh, and he's had a massive crash. The random driver, he's out of qualifying, and he's gonna start from the back. We actually witnessed that on stream. We don't know if the string catched it, but Little Joe has had a massive accident. It seems to be he just got on the throttle too much coming into Maggots and Backets. He touched the curb, got on the throttle a little bit, and the curbs just sent him flying. Nobody actually on a lap now. So go on board with TTG Nathan 66 to see what he sets. The top 14 are so close together. It's only 9 tenths that separates them. So TTG Nathan 66 sets lap in the APAC will be looking to get into the top 5. You only have to find about a good 4 tenths or so as Luke gets right out of the way for him. as he comes into maggots and backets. His teammate Sam Martin gets out of the way for him. Sliding about there on track. Touching the grass as well. I think he's a bit up on his time. Oh, and that's a validation right there. That's an invalidation. Yep, he's invalidated there. He's went really, really wide. Super wide there. On board with Audi, who haven't got any action out of the race winner last week. You'll want to set a good time. He's really not in a good position here. If he wants to try to win the race again, he's got to get up there. 4 tenths up in a sector 2 time. Just entering a sector 3 time. What will he set? Gonna have to set something good. And a P7. That's a good lap. And he retires, he thinks it's good enough. Both Haas's retire. TTG Nathan 66 in the AlphaTauri. Yeah, he's on a slow lap anyway. What will Luke set? It's a 27.77. Oh, and he's just mucked up his lap right there. And that's really going to be the end of qualifying. We'll go on board with the Racing Point in P3 LP. He's on 24.2. He's in P3 right now. Him and his teammates doing brilliant danger times on him. Now what can he do in the last 3 corners of his lap? Can he upgrade on his time? He did upgrade on his time. But he was so close to getting P2. A Racing Point front row lockout. Go on board with URL Wasaka 11, haven't had much action of him today. I think he could steal that P2 spot, even P1 spot. He has to find 3 attempts. What can he do? He can't do it, and Chris steals that P4 off him, so he has to settle for the 3rd row. Puku comes across the line as P3, and he takes the 3rd spot, and that means the race. Oh, and Davey, he sets P1. He does take P1. Brilliant from the driver. He takes it off the Racing Point who had it. Basically, all qualifying. Wow, what a qualifying. That was magnificent. So it's Davey, Danger, Pokorek, LP, Chris, Wazaka, Miamigo, Audi, Marcus, Fast Finney, Bass, Nathan, Brake, Alonso, Olav, Luke, King, Sam Martin, Stefano and Little Joe with that crash in the middle of qualifying. It was very good qualifying, and now on to the best bit of a race weekend, the race. What will the strategies be from the drivers? You could go for a one stop around here. I think it's around 27 laps. Yes, you could do a one stop. A soft to medium. But tire wear can be quite high there with Mackets and Beckett's. It kind of wears your tires out from my opinion. Can't remember whether it's, I don't know, high tire wear, don't know. The formation lap is on and Davey will lead us away. Took P1. At the very end of qualifying, Danger took P1 at the very start of qualifying, his first lap. Greg slots right into the middle of the racing point. Chris is all by himself, just in the middle of that battle. His teammate is P19 at the very back, not the far back, second last. He's got a lot of work to do. Oh, and the AlphaTauri of San Martin went off track. Or was it? I think it was Nathan. Fast when he getting that last spot in the top 10. And who won the last race is starting P8. Mi amigo will want to get big points today from his upset last week over in Austria. So Davey leads us away from Danger, Poker Wreck, LP, Chris, Wazaka, Mi amigo, Audie, Marcus, Finney, Bass, Nathan, Brick, Alonso, Olav, Luke, King, Sam Martin, Little Joe and Stefano. Now waiting for the drivers of Little Joe, Stefano, Sam Martin and King to line up on the grid. Just waiting on Stefano, and that will be us. So we'll go with Davey from the starting lights. The grid. Or 5 lights, and it's lights out and away we go. Davey gets a good start off the line and slots right in front of Danger at the start of the race. And we lead into turn 1. Oh, and it's King and Stefano off track and Bass. So that promotes Little Joe up to P17. He's made up 2 places already. So it's away we go. Evil Chris has made a place and Pukurek has went down the pack. And there's a bit of shuffling over here with Fast Finney on URL Olav. Pass and Stefano swapping positions on track, going too wide and Maggots and Backets. Davey says a 1:37. He's strolling away from the rest of the pack. Not strolling, but he's 5 times away from danger. His DRS train up to P12. And then DRS train up to P18 from P14, and then Bass and Stefano. So it's a very tight pack at the minute. Not that much people tracking down each other. Owen Fast, Finney, Sam Martin and Marcus having a battle. Sam Martin's right on the back of Finney. What can he do? As his teammates on the back of Miamigo will go on board with him and Miamigo. Backs off a little bit, so that kind of takes. Oh, Owen! Oh, the racing point of LP. He's out of the race. He's out of the race. Oh, and that's a big letdown for the Racing Points. They were in a really, really big position in the race. It's a virtual safety car. That's just gonna bunch the pack right back up again. Everyone having to stay to their delta times. There probably will be a few people that get drive-through penalties. Little Joe is in P13. Great job from him. And we're back underway. Because Davey, the Danger, the Chris, that's the top 3. Audie's on the back of Poco Wreck. What can he do? Can he get him on the straight? Penalties getting handed out. Dish dash. He's gonna get DRS on Poco Wreck. Poco Wreck's gonna get DRS 2. So Audie can't do anything with Poco Wreck having DRS on Wazaka and closing on Wazaka because Wazaka doesn't have any DRS on anyone. He's in the DRS zone now. Could Audie do on the back of Poco Wreck now? He gets the DRS. It's getting closer, but not close enough. We have TTG Mason on the back of Mi Amigo. We have URL Olav right on the back of Sam Martin. What can he do? Sam Martin doesn't have any DRS, so this should be quite an easy overtake for the Mercedes. and he's just closing up on him, 2 tenths behind him. Now he gets DRS on Sam Martin. This should be quite easy stuff. I don't think Martin should even be fighting him, and he doesn't fight him. Little Joe's right on the back of this little fight for P11. Finney, Marcus, and Little Joe. Little Joe's done a brilliant job for Renault so far in this race. But Finney's got no DRS, so that's going to give Marcus the job to make the overtake on Finney. You get a look on board with Joe. Marcus is right on the back of Fast Finney with both board with Marcus, and it's easy stuff for the Mercedes driver. But Finney isn't gonna let him just pass like that. He's fighting. Finney's gonna overtake him again. Side by side, entering Marcus and Beckett. Finney gets the advantage. I think Marcus pulled out a little bit. Marcus is going to get DRS on Finney again. This should be an easy overtake now. Same with Olav. Martin last lap. Finney doesn't even fight. He lets him go. But Finney will get the DRS on Marcus now. Marcus will have no DRS. Now we'll go on to Danger and TFL Davy at the front of the pack. What can he do? Not close enough. Little Joe's right on the back of Fast Finney. Finney's closing up on Marcus. He pulls out like really badly. Brick FN is on the back of Nathan, going through Maggots and Buckets. Yellow flag sector 2. And Luke is around. Has he lost any of his wing? He has lost his wing. He's lost a good chunk of his wing. Little Joe's right on the back of Finney. He's going to make the overtake on Finney. Brilliant stuff from the Renault driver. Brilliant race so far for Joe. His teammate in P3, so the Renault's not doing too bad. Zaka's right on the gearbox of Chris. I think Olav had a bit of an incident. Yeah, he did. Oh. He was in a good DRS train too, so that's just... He's not 10 seconds behind the train. Well, good 10 seconds anyway. Zaka's right on the back of Chris. Pulls over to stay in the slipstream of Chris. Progress even closer to Zaka. Well, I've just noticed that's actually not his name. It's Wazka. It's Wazka. I'm so sorry, Wazka. Pronounce your name better this time. But let's get back to the racing. Times is on the back of Davy. Oh, it's got to be a warning there for both drivers. Oh, and he's had to slow right down. That's going to bring Chris back in the battle, and now Times is just slipping away from Davy. He's got DRS and he's just closing back up again. Bogorak right on the gearbox of Wazga. Rick and Little Joe swapping positions. And he's into the pits. Both Renaults. Right now. So Little Joe now into the points. He's had a brilliant race. Times losing back up the Davy, trying to stay in the slipstream of the Ferrari. They want to get revenge back for taking P1 off him in qualifying. This should be an easy enough overtake. With the DRS and the slipstream on Davy, if he just stays about 5 tenths, 4 tenths on him, 3 tenths. Davy's hitting the grass everywhere. Is he going to be close enough? No. Oh, Lucas retired from the session. It's a DNF for the McLaren. While his teammates on the back of the Red Bull. Little Joe and Marcus swap positions, them two fighting. On board with Marcus, he goes in the pit. Some people, they're pitting the pit windows. They are pitting. That Davy and Times battle hasn't stopped for the full 10 laps. They're in their own race, them two. Times is on the back of Davy. He's going to make the overtake. He's going to leave Davy the space. Respectfully good from the Racing Point driver. Davy's got to give him space too. Side by side, going into Maggots and Beckett, and they're not going to let down, but Davy gets the overtake. Again, time is going. Wow, what an overtake from the Racing Point driver. Brilliant stuff from Danger Times. That's absolutely brilliant. A place where you don't do overtakes. Yellow flag sector 2 and sector 3. Little Joe's just making up places left, right and centre. Just that. Oh, it said no flag. So all the leaders, all the top threes pitting. So that brings the Alfa Romeo in the lead of the race. He's got no ERS, though. King has a lot of ERS. Sam Martin has barely any. 10 lap Old Sauce's tires will be gone. It should be an easy overtake for the Williams on the back straight. DGG Nathan has retired from the session. Should be an easy overtake. He should have more grip than Martin. Easy overtake. Martin doesn't fight, and I don't think he should, because he's going on the 11 lap Old Soft. I think he'll pit, won't he? Yeah, he does pit. So Ginger Times is now back up into the podium spots. So he is P1. So him and Davey will all go back into their original spots. They will go back into their original spots. The P1 and P2 are still to pit, and P4 is still to pit. The Alfa Romeo could do the same thing as what Brick FN done. Do about 20 or so laps on his mediums and then just sticking across softs. Nothing really happening in this race. Is on the back of VFL Pogurek. She's gonna do with this DRS advantage. He's had no real signs of winning the race this week. He's right on the gearbox of the Red Bull. I'll be able to do anything with the DRS now. It should be easy enough for me to get one. People were asleep. He's gonna go for it. Body right on the back of Pugarek now. He's gonna try for the overtake. You may have a bit of a track limit move. I think he does move it. Oh! Little Joe! Oh, that is so unlucky for the Renault. He was doing well too. For Renault. He's had such a great race and he's got a time penalty and he's retired from the session. Oh, you have to feel bad for him. He had a bad qualifying, obviously, with that big accident. And he done really well. But we'll go back on board with the Haas. This battle just hasn't stopped from... They both pitted. This is the closest battle on track. One more with Ethel Crest, who's on the back of Urel Olaf, who hasn't pitted yet, so this should be quite an easy overtake. He has far more grip, and look at that. He zooms past the Mercedes and he's up into P5. We're back on board with LC Audi on the back of Puckham Wreck. We've been trying to chase him down for about 5 laps. Can he now get him with a DRS? Stunk to past him. I think King is pitted, yes he does pit. Running to Osaka. Up into P3. Then we'll be able to overtake him. I'm sure you're getting very frustrated and sick of looking at the gearbox of that Red Bull. You'll want to see the front of the Red Bull at the back of it. Sector 1 yellow flags. Yellow flags right there. Davey on the back of Danger Times, both P1 and P2, and they've battled all race really. The battles never really stopped, it only stopped for a few laps when the pit windows opened for all the drivers on the grid. Ferrari on the back of the racing point. Now he's on the DRS of the racing point. He pulls out to the right, back into the left to stay in the slipstream. He has to brake a little bit earlier on the racing point. There's a little bit of a lock-up of like sector 3. And oh, Audie's off track! LFC Audi, who's having a brilliant battle with Puka is now out of the top 5 battle. Good result for Alfa Romeo's, as they will be picking up 14 points as it stands. But back to the closest battle on track. TFL TV and Danger Times. Danger Times P1 and P2, as Olav is the fastest lap of the race on his lap 1 sauce. It will probably be quite quick. But Davy's still on the back of the racing point. Can he make the overtake? And I think he will. Now he pulls out to the right. Can he make the overtake finally? And yes, he does. The Ferrari has taken back that P1 spot. Now Danger Times has to do all the work now to get back in that P1 spot and defend the P1 spot. But it's Davy's turn to defend that spot. It's just gonna be the opposite, where Times is just gonna have the far better advantage. Realistically, he could overtake him now. Could overtake him, but I think he broke a little bit too early. These two have had a great battle all race. Staying in the slipstream of the Ferrari, which brings it down to 3 tenths. They're back up to 5 tenths. Stefano has done the most laps on his tyres, doing 13 laps on his set of hard tyres. Tail flag sector 3. On Sam Martin is off track. Back with the leaders of the race. And Sam Martin's out of the race. He's retired from the session. been no safety cars this race. King right on the gearbox of Stefano. Will he be able to make the overtake for P13? Oh, he tries it. And he does it. He makes that P13 edge, but Stefano won't give up. Oh, he's gonna make he's gonna push him off track. That's a really bold move from the Ferrari. They're both still fighting, so we'll stay on board with P13 and 14. Stefano did push him off track when they were entering Maggots and Beckett. And Marcus is right on the back of Audi. Can he make the move on the back straight? Oh, and that's really unlucky for the Mercedes driver. He just gets on the grass too much. King and Stefano are going again. It's the exact same battle as what happened last lap. Stefano's going to take it again. King just pulls out of the move. Knowing what happened last time out, Olav is on the back of a fast Finney. We haven't seen much action of Finney. Can Olav make this over this DRS to an advantage? This should be a straight. Should be an easy overtake. You can't make the overtake as that part of the track. It's too short. But King is gonna make that overtake on Stefano. Stefano pushes him off track again. Not very clean racing from the Ferrari driver. Not very clean. Olav makes a overtake on Fast Finney. Brings him up to P11. It's Mercedes P10 and 11. Ollie is the back of his teammate. With one ball Fast Finney, he will try to fight back. Stefano's right on the back of Bass. I think he should. I think he should give the position. But he does give the position back. That's in sportsmanship from Stefano. He'll make the move on Bass. Should be straight overtake for the Ferrari. But Bass won't give up. Oh, and Stefano taps him. That's not Bass's fault. Stefano just gets a little bit too hungry for the move. But we'll go forward with Brick FM. He can do on his teammate. Haas is in P8 and P9, collecting 6 points up for the team. Not too bad. Fast Finny on the back of URL Olav. But Danger Times wins the race for Racing Point. Brilliant drive from him. He was just unstoppable today. Just couldn't make the move. They need to really get in to the lead and be comfortable. It was a very action-packed race for all the drivers and for me, myself, the commentator. It was brilliant commentating the race, but I'll give you a run over of the finishes of all the drivers. The grid. Danger Times, Davey was Cat, Poco Rack, Chris, Mi Amigo, Brick, Marcus, Audi, Alonso, Olav, Finney, Bass, Stefano, King, Sam Martin, Liv Joe, Nathan, Luke, and the racing point of LP.